The first point we are going to tackle together is the regular comparatives, okay? Because we have regular and irregular comparatives. We start with regular. When we say regular, it means that they respect a certain rule, okay? So regular comparatives. The question is why we use the comparative form in the English language, okay? Good. So we use the comparative to compare two things or two people, okay? We compare two things or two people. That's the objects of the comparative form. When we compare, we use adjectives, okay? We use adjectives. We use short adjectives and we use long adjectives. Now I explain how can we use the short adjectives in the comparative form. So short adjectives. Of course, there are regular short adjectives and irregular short adjectives. Here, I'm going to talk about regular short adjectives. So what is the rule? The rule is very simple, okay? So pay attention. The rule is very simple. It says adjective plus er plus than. Adjective plus er plus than. Than is the comparative word. It is very important in a sentence, okay? We must put it in a sentence because it gives the sentence that sense of comparison, okay? Example of short regular adjectives. Long becomes longer. Notice er. Adjective plus er. Big, bigger. Er. Okay? Small, smaller. Er. So here, these are short regular adjectives, and we applied the rule which says plus er. Now, examples of short regular adjectives in the comparative form. Example number 1. Casablanca is bigger than Fez. Casablanca is bigger than Fez. Here, I compare Casablanca as a city to Fez as a city. And I say Casablanca is bigger, okay? So remember, I'm comparing two things, comparing two cities. Sentence number 2, she is nicer than her brother. She is nicer than her brother, okay? So here, I'm comparing a person to another person, okay? On the basis of being nice than the other. So she is nicer. Notice, nice is the adjective and nicer is the comparative adjective. She is nicer than her brother. Okay? So I repeat. So in this first lesson, we're going to talk about the comparative and superlative form. Okay? But today, I start with the comparative form. The comparative form, we use regular and irregular adjectives, okay? Regular adjectives, short ones, so short adjective plus er, as I said, adjective plus er, okay? Example, long, longer, big, bigger, and small, smaller, okay? And remember the rule or the use. Okay, in what context do we use the comparative form? We use the comparative form to compare between two people or two things. That's very important because when we talk about the superlative, it's a little different. So remember, we compare between two people or two things. Okay, now let's move to the irregular short adjectives. Short irregular adjectives. Okay, so we talked about short irregular adjectives, but now short irregular adjectives. Why irregular? Very simple. They are irregular because they do not respect the rule. We have bad, far, good, little, many, much. Okay? These are irregular. Now, what is the comparative form of the adjective bad? The comparative form is worse. Okay? It's not better plus er. No. Worse. Good. The comparative form is better. Better. Little. The comparative form is less. Many and much, they have the same comparative, which is more. Okay? So I repeat, these are irregular short adjectives or irregular short comparative adjectives. Bad, worse, far, further, far, farther, good, better, little, less, many, much, more. Here I provided two examples, okay, with one or two of these irregular short adjectives. Sentence number one, he is less intelligent than his brother. Here I'm comparing, remember, I'm comparing two people, two brothers, okay? So he is less. Less is the opposite of more, okay? So he is less intelligent than his brother. I'm comparing. Sentence number two, my dad earns more money than mom. Okay? Earns means, you know, money, when you make money. Okay? As a salary. Here is a salary. So my dad earns more money than mom. Okay? So here I'm comparing how much money my father earns to how much money my mother earns. Okay? So these are irregular adjectives. Okay? So I hope the lesson is clear to you. Okay? So until we meet for the second lesson, I wish you goodbye and thank you very much.